Hi, if you'd like to learn Japanese grammar the easy way, then stick around as we work through the Minna no Nihongo Beginner 1 Grammar series. And remember, there are printable worksheets available in the description below. それでは始めましょう. The first grammar point in Lesson 4 is learning to tell time. The key words in this are ima, meaning now, ji, which means o'clock, hour, or time, and minutes, which can be expressed as hun, fun, or pun, or something in between. I'm not a pronunciation expert, so I'm not going to try to dive into that. There are entire videos dedicated to this. Please watch them and get an expert opinion from a native speaker. In the first example, we'd like to learn how to say, what time is it now? Ima, for now. Nanji desu ka? Ima nanji desu ka? Nan for what? Ji for time or o'clock. Desu ka? Ima nanji desu ka? And we'd like to respond to this question with, it is 7 o'clock and 10 minutes, or it's 7:10 more naturally in English. Shichiji, 10分です. So 7ji, 10 pun desu. I recommend watching a video dedicated to the counters for hours and minutes. It's going to be much more beneficial than this video in that we're solely focusing on the grammar points. In the next example, we'd like to say, what time is it in New York now? So a little bit more complex. We'd like to say, New Yoku wa ima nanji desu ka? So it's the same as the first example sentence, only we're putting New Yoku wa in front of ima nanji desu ka. And wa can be actually written in English as for. So, as for New York, what time is it now? We'd like to answer, it is 4 a.m. Gozen yoji desu. Gozen yoji desu. Gozen means a.m., but one thing to know about Japan is that they often use the 24-hour system, so you don't actually need gozen all that often. You can just say it's 4 o'clock. So just yoji desu would be fine. The second grammar point for Lesson 4 is the polite form, or the mas form. To make the mas form, we take a verb and we add mas, or masu. And it's a little bit more complicated than that, but we're going to explain how to do this in a later lesson. So let's look at the first example. I study every day. Watashi wa, I am the subject. Mainichi, every day. Benkyou is study, and shimasu is to do. Watashi wa mainichi benkyou shimasu. The second example is the same sentence in English. I study every day. Only we're going to say it with plain form as comparison. Watashi wa mainichi benkyou suru. Suru is the verb to do in plain form. Please don't make the mistake of thinking that you don't need to learn plain form because you're just going to be polite all the time. You do need plain form and even polite Japanese. Minna no Nihongo has this to say about the mas form. A verb with masu works as a predicate. If that helps you, great. If not, don't worry about it. The Japanese song of the day is AKB48 with Koisuru Fortune Cookie. This is another idol band, and they're pretty cute. That's kind of their whole thing. If you like this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Thank you. Moving on to the third grammar point in Lesson 4, we'll learn how to change polite form verbs into past, present, and negative tense. The verb in this case is okiru. That's the plain form, to wake up, okiru. The polite form is okimasu. We'll learn how to change okiru into okimasu in a future lesson. Okimasu means wake up, as in present or future tense, will wake up. If we want to say did wake up, we will say okimashita. Okimashita. And if we want to say won't wake up, okimasen. Okimasen. And the negative past, didn't wake up, is okimasen deshita. Okimasen deshita. Didn't wake up. Let's look at some example sentences. I get up at 6 every morning. Every morning is maiasa. Maiasa, rokuji ni, at 6, okimasu. Maiasa, rokuji ni okimasu. I will get up at 6 tomorrow. Tomorrow is ashita. Ashita, rokuji ni, at 6, okimasu. Ashita, rokuji ni, okimasu. I got up at 6 this morning. This morning is keisa. Keisa, rokuji ni, okimashita. Okimashita is past tense. Now, another grammar point with this is we can make it a question by adding ka to it, just like with desu. Did you study yesterday? Kino, yesterday. Benkyou, study. Shimashita ka, did study. Kino, benkyou shimashita ka, did you study yesterday? And you could reply, yes, I did. Hai, benkyou shimashita. Hai, benkyou shimashita. Iie, benkyou shimasen deshita. Iie, benkyou shimasen deshita. The fourth grammar point for lesson 4 is time ni verb. Ni equals when something happens. It's sort of like at in English. And the other rule is if the time uses a number, ni is needed. If it doesn't use a number, it's not necessarily needed, as we've seen before with ashita or maiasa. Let's look at some example sentences. I get up at 6:30. Rokuji han ni okimasu. Han means half. Rokuji han means 6:30. I get up at 6:30. Rokuji han ni okimasu. I came to Japan on February 2nd. Nigatsu futsuka ni Nihon ni kimashita. Nigatsu is February. Futsuka is the 2nd. Ni means at. Nihon means Japan. And ni means at. And kimashita means came. Nigatsu futsuka ni Nihon ni kimashita. I studied yesterday. Kino benkyou shimashita. And this is an example of where you don't need the ni particle. Kino benkyou shimashita, because there's no number. The fifth grammar point for lesson 4 is in one kara, into mare. Kara means from. Mare means until. I work from 9 until 5. Kuji kara, from 9. Goji mare, until 5. Hatarakimasu, to work. Kuji kara, goji mare, hatarakimasu. It takes 3 hours from Osaka to Tokyo. Osaka kara, from Osaka. Tokyo mare, to or until. Sanjikan, 3 hours. Kakarimasu, to take or to consume. Osaka kara Tokyo mare 3 jikan kakarimasu. Let's look at a few more examples. The bank is open from 9 until 3. The bank is our subject. Ginko wa kuji kara, from 9. Sanji mare, until 3. Desu. Ginko wa kuji kara 3時mare desu. Lunchtime starts at 12. Hiru yasumi is lunchtime, and it's our subject as well. Hiru yasumi wa 12 ji kara desu. You'll see here that we left off mare because we are only interested in expressing when something started. The pop quiz for the day is Kyo benkyou shimashita ka? Kyo benkyou shimashita ka? The possible answers are Hai, benkyou shimashita. Iie, benkyou shimasen deshita. If you answered Hai, benkyou shimashita, you are correct because you've already studied today, haven't you? The sixth grammar point is an easy one today. In one to, in two. The to particle connects two nouns. To is sort of like and in English. Let's look at an example. The bank is closed on Saturdays and Sundays. Ginko no yasumi wa doyobi to nichiyobi desu. Yasumi means vacation. Ginko no yasumi means the bank holiday. So, as for the bank holiday, doyobi to nichiyobi desu. As for the bank holiday, it is Saturday and Sunday. The final grammar point of the day is sentence ne. Ne is added to the end of many sentences in Japanese to express sympathy or to get confirmation, such as saying right in English. Let's look at some examples. Person 1 says, I study a lot. Watashi wa takusan, a lot. Watashi wa takusan benkyou shimasu. Watashi wa takusan benkyou shimasu. Person 2 could respond, that must be difficult, but they want to express sympathy. So, taihen desu ne. Taihen is difficult. Taihen desu ne. Let's look at another example. Person 1 says, Yamada-san's number is 871-6813. Yamada-san no denwa bango wa 871 no 6813 desu. Yamada-san no denwa bango wa 871 no 6813 desu. And person 2 can respond, 871-6813, right? 871の6813ですね. It is now time for the lesson. 番号は何番ですか? Excuse me, what is the number for a? Or, excuse me, when do you close? Mise no hito replies, 10時までです. 10時まで. Wow, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much. I'm working every day to bring the quality of these videos up higher. They're not where I want them to be right now, but I'm working to get them there. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope to see you in the next video. Ja, mata ne.